Hey guys, Coach Anna here. Welcome to our next nutrition talk. 3 signs that are slowing your progress in the gym, and the one thing you can do to overcome them. Our partner, Healthy Streps Nutrition, has helped over 40,000 people all around the world take control of their health. Here are just some of the incredible success stories. If you're looking to create your own success story, we know that while this is simple, it is far from easy. First, we need to figure out what's holding us back from reaching those goals. For many of this is the lack of consistency inside and outside of the gym. Inconsistency can originate from common barriers that many of us face. Many Americans live a very fast-paced lifestyle. That makes it feel nearly impossible to stay consistent with all of the things we know we should be doing. Let me share an example with you. One of our clients' journeys started out just like the most, unhappy with how she looked and felt. This led to getting a gym membership and showing up and going 4 to 5 days a week. After a few months, she stopped seeing any forward progress. In fact, she was starting to feel more tired and even weaker on most days. This led to a lot of feelings of frustration and skipping workouts. We noticed she hadn't been coming and reached out to her. She was encouraged to meet with one of our nutrition coaches to talk a little bit more about it, and the rest is history. Fast forward to today, this current client is encouraging in our group classes and helping to change the lives of others in our community through her own testimonial. Her story is truly inspiring, and today we're going to dive into the things that she worked with her coach on to find success with. Just like our client scenario, we can probably relate to wanting to be more consistent in the gym and seeing progress. In order to do this, we need to address the 3 things that are slowing that progress. Those 3 things are lack of sleep, lack of sufficient energy intake, and lack of consistency. Let's dive into these 3 barriers and how we will overcome them. The first thing that is slowing your progress in the gym is probably lack of sleep. Did you know that it is recommended that healthy adults get between 7 and 8 hours of sleep per night? If we are getting less than this, multiple nights a week, we are not going to have enough energy to keep us going through our workouts, not to mention the lack of recovery and hormone disruption and complications that come from it. I'm going to give you an example. I have clients tell me all the time, I only need 4 hours of sleep. And how many of you swear you are functioning on that only 4 hours of sleep? You might not realize, but lack of sleep will affect your ability to handle stress, food cravings, exercise, and recovery. When you don't sleep, your cortisol is elevated. Leptin, which tells your brain you're full, is decreased, and the ghrelin, the hormone that makes you hungry, is increased. So, less full, more hungry. And you're more stressed, less satisfied, and more hungry. You may be wondering, but how does that directly affect my progress inside of the gym? It's a great question. If we are not consistently getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, we will not recover as well. As you fall deeper asleep, blood flow begins to increase, which expedites the process of moving oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. This helps to repair and recover muscles and regenerate cells, which allow your muscles to recover and get stronger over time. Additionally, sleep helps you prevent injury and maintain higher energy levels. It is said that deep sleep is linked to the release of growth hormones. And this is important because growth hormone stimulates muscle growth and repair as well as burns fat. It is also known that by getting adequate sleep, we can reduce cortisol levels. Remember, cortisol is a stress hormone that can affect metabolism, recovery, as well as inflammation. So, you're seeing that sleep may be a barrier. Now, what should you do? Let's discuss 3 things that can help the lack of sleep. Tip number 1, set a sleep and wake cycle. Having a set schedule as part of your day gets your brain and body in the routine of sleeping for the amount of time that your body needs. Couple of tips for setting your sleep schedule. Having a set wake-up time, whether it's a weekday or weekend. We should also make sleep a priority. While it may be tempting to skip sleep to work, study, socialize, or exercise, it's vital to treat sleep as a priority. Consider adjusting your sleep schedule gradually. If you want to shift your sleep times, make small, step-by-step adjustments of up to an hour or 2 at a time. Lastly, stay mindful of naps. Try to keep naps relatively short and limited to early afternoon if needed. 2 more tips when working on sleep. Optimize the bedroom. In order to fall asleep more quickly, you want your bedroom to feel calm and free of disruptions. This may look different to everyone. It could be having a comfortable mattress and pillow for maximum comfort, using bedding that matches your personal needs and preferences, setting a cool but comfortable temperature for the room, block out any light by using heavy curtains or wearing an eye mask, drowning out any noise by using white noise machine, earplugs, or a fan. You could even try calming scents such as lavender to help promote relaxation. The last thing we're going to give you for a tip is to fix your sleep routine hygiene. How you prepare for bed can determine how easily you'll be able to fall asleep. What does your nighttime sleep routine look like? Stay consistent with that routine by following those same steps each night. This can reinforce to your mind that it is bedtime. Set aside 30 minutes or more for winding down. Take that time to enjoy activities that bring you relaxation. This may look like light reading, drinking decaffeinated hot tea, listening to soft music, or enjoying some light stretching. We want to try to avoid bright overhead lights because they can hinder the production of melatonin, a hormone that the body creates to facilitate sleep. We want to unplug from electronics for that same reason. We want to utilize some of these methods for relaxation, such as meditation, breath work, and journaling. Another thing that may be slowing your progress in the gym is not eating enough. Not eating enough throughout the day decreases energy levels as well as reduces recovery. If you're constantly eating fewer calories than needed, your body will start to break down muscle to use for fuel. Over time, not eating enough can mess with our metabolism and make it harder for us to lose weight as well. Back to what we said earlier about recovery and sleep. If nutrients move through our body for recovery during sleep, what happens if we don't have enough nutrients at all? Does your body fully recover? No, it doesn't. Further, if we're under eating, then more than likely we're not taking enough muscle for protein synthesis, or enough protein for muscle protein synthesis. Protein is the building block of muscle, and it is made up of amino acids that help grow, maintain, and repair different cell tissues in the body, like muscles. So if we're not getting enough protein, our muscles will not grow stronger or get bigger. This stops us from making any progress despite hard efforts in the gym. In addition to protein intake, cutting calories too low can reduce our carbohydrate intake, creating other complications within our body. Carbohydrates, or carbs, are the primary source of energy. If we cut them too low, we will not have enough energy to complete our workouts. Did you know that our brain needs carbs for energy to function and to get a good night's sleep? Carbs spare our protein and muscle tissue, allowing us to see gains in the gym. So, how do we start fueling properly to reach our goals? The first solution is to plan your meals. Doing this can help you from skipping meals or eating foods that do not support your goals in the gym. There are many different ways to prepare meals ahead. This will make nutrition more convenient and less of a barrier when it comes to getting serious about those goals in the gym. A good example is making overnight oats to help combat an early morning, or making a crock pot of HSN pulled chicken to pair with rice and veggies for lunch or dinner. Normal meals and snacks should contain a balance of protein, carbs, and fat. Fueling right around your workouts is another important aspect of planning as well. We want to make sure we are prioritizing protein and carbohydrates after hard workouts. Did you know that liquid sources of these are preferred because they are highly digestible before and after a workout? Something as simple as a protein shake that's around 15 grams of protein and adding 30 to 40 grams of carbs would be ideal. I love a Fit Aid and a protein shake before, maybe even after, or both, a workout. Whey protein is the fastest absorbing protein and the gold standard for recovery and rebuilding muscles. We use First Form, and our Form 1 would be that whey protein fast absorbing. Another big barrier that slows your progress in the gym is lack of consistency. Let's dive into the most common barriers here and how to overcome them. A common barrier to consistency in the gym is motivation. First off, we should set goals. Without goals, we will not be able to see progress or really know what we need to do in order to get there. Setting goals will provide you with motivation to keep you going even on the hardest days. Motivation is also known to follow action. By this I mean, once you start working out, you will have a greater drive to keep going. In other words, it's success that breeds motivation. Many times, our identified barriers are really excuses. With the help of goal setting and commitment, you will be able to overcome your barriers and excuses and find a way to make progress in the gym. Let's do this together. If you chose to download the workbook, you will see an area to write down your SMART goals. If not, write it down just like the screen says: specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, realistic, and then time sensitive or timely. While our goals can include both scale wins, such as weight goal, and non-scale wins, such as an actionable habit goal, let's write down a long-term goal that can be either, which will break down into short-term actionable habit goals. Let me give you an example. If you want to lose 30 pounds, I know that it will be a long-term goal. One thing I know I need to work on is getting into the gym more consistently. If I'm currently only going one time a week and it's inconsistent, maybe I write down my goal as I will work up to going to the gym 3 times a week in 2 months. Then I take a moment to write down why each of these goals feels important. Go ahead and do that now. Pause this, write all this down, and then move to the next one. Additionally, this inconsistency can originate from a lack of support. A good way to combat this issue is to find community. One study found 95% of those who started a fitness program with friends completed the program, compared to only 76% completion rate for those who tackled the program alone. Another study confirmed that working with a partner significantly increases the time spent exercising overall. This was a huge key to the success of a client scenario discussed earlier. This is why you will see her lighting up the gym with her smile as she attends our group fitness classes. Find your tribe. Another common barrier is time. Unfortunately, I think we can all relate to the fact that there are only 24 hours in the day. Wouldn't it be nice to have more? Between the long task list and other things, it can be difficult to find time to work out. Since this is the reality for many of us, making a realistic goal of going to the gym 3 times a week instead of 6 might actually keep us more motivated and on track. If we set unrealistic goals, we will not create habits that will lead to consistency, but instead, we could decrease our self-confidence and efficacy. So in addition to finding our tribe, we should also set realistic goals for ourselves. So what is it that you should do to speed up progress in the gym? Well, let's get into it. The one thing you should start to do to see progress. At the end of the day, the number one thing that you can do to start seeing the progress you want is to find someone who can help you build a plan while holding you accountable and helping you feel supported. Our nutrition coach here at CrossFit Upper Keys wants to help you reach your goals by building a realistic plan step by step incorporating a habit-based approach to help you find long-term success. Remember, when you have more support and consistency, you're more likely to find success. We're going to dive into areas that we focus on, including sleep and meal planning, so you can get the most out of your workouts. So maybe you're wondering what you can do to start reaching those goals. We have our HSN principles that have helped so many people take control of their health, one habit at a time. Our first principle is add more whole foods into your diet. We want to start choosing whole food options and less processed foods that are packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to do this is by reshaping your plate using the plate method. This is half of your plate non-starchy veggies, a quarter lean protein, and another quarter of starchy carbs. Adding in those mindful and healthy fats. Making sure to try and eat those veggies and protein first, saving those delicious starchy carbs for last, is a great way to stay on track and keep you full. HSN principle number 2 is to focus on balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain carbs, protein, and fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will help you feel fuller longer. HSN principle number 3 is limit the amount of added sugar you consume daily. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons and for women and 9 teaspoons for men. The average person consumes over 46 teaspoons per day. That's 150 pounds of sugar per year. It's not surprising. Sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product you find in a package. Now, I'm just going to take some time to answer some of our frequently asked questions. What if I don't like meal prepping because I have to eat the same things for the whole week? I totally get it. When you think of meal prep, it's easy to think of boring meals. What if you instead prepped individual ingredients instead of full meals so that you can change it up throughout the week? An easy way to avoid eating the same thing every day is to prepare a protein plain. A couple of my favorites are lean ground turkey or chicken, lentils, chickpeas, salmon, or beef. After preparing these with a little seasoning, adding in a variety of seasoning or sauces can help you stay on track without becoming bored throughout the week. You can pair it with different carbs or grains like rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes. You can also switch up those vegetables you add to the dish as well. Pre-chopping and dicing fruits and vegetables will help you save so much time throughout the week. This will help make mealtimes simple and quick and keep you consistent and on track to reach those goals in the gym. I don't love veggies. What do I do? What if I don't like veggies? I've heard this so many times, and maybe you feel this way. But what if you just haven't found the way you like to eat them? You could roast those veggies for a nice crunch or even toss them in the air fryer. I don't love mushy veggies, and I don't think anyone else really does. You could add in a good seasoning for flavor, make it something you're excited for. You could even try to throw them in smoothies or sneak them in other ways to get them in throughout the day. The last question I get a lot is, where should I start? And it's a great question. I want you to start with one thing at a time. Maybe it's something you have in mind, or maybe it's one of the things we talked about today. But again, The best way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with a nutrition coach to build that individualized plan just for you. Self-efficacy is the individual's belief in his or her capacity to execute behaviors necessary to produce specific performance fulfillment. Did you know that just by being consistent with your sleeping, eating, and gym routine, you will increase your confidence and satisfaction in more areas of your life? It's totally true. Remember these simple steps to take. Prioritize your sleep, fuel your body, and stay consistent doing so. Start slow. Don't shoot for perfection all at once. You can also let us help you with support and accountability and really help you move forward with confidence. Here at CrossFit Upper Keys, we focus on a habit-based approach to create an individualized plan just for you. We work together using many of our tools and resources to build your nutrition foundation and create that sustainable plan. We know how important support and accountability are when it comes to your long-term goals, which is why we'll be there to help you guide and tweak the plan every step of the way. We believe something as fundamental as nutrition should not be complicated. This nutrition program is backed by Healthy Steps Nutrition, which has helped over 40,000 people all around the world take control of their health. There's just a few of our incredible success stories. If you're looking to hear more about the program, you can check out the Nutrition Made Simple podcast. We are so excited to announce that we have 5 spots open for individual nutrition coaching. Here's what it would look like. You work with a coach to create your plan. You check in weekly to keep you accountable and discuss your progress and tweak that plan. You can totally click the link to schedule a free intro. We want to learn more about you and your goals to talk about how we can help you achieve them. Remember, today we discussed the 3 things holding you back and how to overcome them. Thank you so much for your time, and we can't wait to see you guys at the gym and check out our next nutrition talk. We would now love to just hear any questions from you. Please don't hesitate to email me, nutrition@crossfitupperkeys.com. Have a great night.